Both sides of the story.
It's the side of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Hour 106.
We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but O great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet and long the mile. But let the world dream otherwise. We wear the mask.
I've learned some lessons in my life. Lessons in my life. Always be careful of mankind. Be careful of mankind. They make you promises today, but tomorrow they change their mind. Make you faithful promises today, but tomorrow they change their mind. But I'm an awful man. I love awful people. I'm a progressive man and I love progressive people. I'm a truthful man and I love truthful people. I'm an honest man and I love honest people. I've learned some lessons in my life. Lessons in my life. Always be careful of my friends. Be careful of my friends. Money can make friendship end. It makes friendship end. Money can make friendship end. It makes friendship end. I'm an awful man and I love progressive man and I love progressive people. I'm an honest man, I love honest people. I'm an intelligent man and I love intelligent people. I'm an aggressive man and I love people. I'm a fireman and I love the fire people. I'm an awful man and I love awful people. I'm an intelligent man and I love intelligent people. I'm a progressive man.
2021 to 2030 is the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, and the Decade of Action for Road Safety. It's the 27th day of the 10th month of 2021, the International Year of Peace and Trust, the International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development, the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, the International Year for the Elimination of Child Labor, and the International Year of Health and Care Workers. Put another way, it's the 27th day of the 5th month of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. And according to the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, a deep non-tropical low-pressure system with storm force winds is centered more than 200 miles south-southeast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The extratropical low is forecast to bring wind to portions of the northeastern U.S. coast for several more hours as it begins to move eastward away from the United States. Thereafter, the low could acquire some subtropical characteristics while it moves eastward or southeastward over the warmer waters of the central Atlantic through this weekend. Let's bring it a little closer to home now as far as the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica is concerned. The National Meteorological Service of Jamaica tells us there's a high pressure ridge across Jamaica, and the ridge is expected to remain across the island through to Friday afternoon. Again, when you hear high pressure ridge or the ridge, it's usually fair weather, usually is indicative of fair weather. So the ridge is expected to remain across the island through to Friday afternoon. Now that's up to Friday. Thereafter, a frontal system will enter the Western Caribbean and induce, or another word could be cause, a prefrontal trough across the island. So the weather will, for the most part, remain fair through to Friday, from now till Friday afternoon. Thereafter, a frontal system will enter the Western Caribbean and cause some kind of what the Met Office calls a prefrontal trough across the island. Now, remember that word trough. When you hear that word, think cloudiness, think showers, think thunder showers. So the possibility then of moving from what is regarded as fair weather to, let's just say, since we don't want to call it bad weather, let's just say not so fair weather. And then the forecast for the rest of this afternoon, partly cloudy with possible isolated showers and thunderstorms across sections of northern parishes and hilly inland areas. Tonight, mainly fair. Now, the Met Office of Jamaica is also alerting us to the presence of that prefrontal trough across the southeastern Bahamas, extending into eastern Cuba. They're also sharing with us the fact that a frontal system which extends, well, that same frontal system which extends across the northern Bahamas as well as Florida. Well, it's a different frontal system. The original one we told you about was a prefrontal trough. So the prefrontal trough is across the southeastern Bahamas, extending into eastern Cuba. When you hear a place name like Cuba, you know that they're not too far from us. They are our neighbors. And so we were then going on to tell you about the frontal system, which extends across northern Bahamas, the Florida Panhandle, and into the idea of the of the Florida Panhandle. It's the shape from overhead when you look at the, whether you're on a plane looking at it, or you are looking at the map. It's the term Florida Panhandle refers to that area, that collection of it's on the northwestern part of the state of Florida. It's a strip of land roughly 200 miles long and 50 to 100 miles wide, and it lies between Alabama on the north and the west, and Georgia on the north. So let's hold it there for the time being and come back with more.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15.
The Caribbean Maritime University, an ISO certified institution, offers Bachelor of Science degrees in cruise shipping, logistics, engineering, marine tourism, port management, security administration, and management, among others. For further information, contact them 876-924-8150 or 924-8175 or email info@cmu.edu.jm.
The National Irrigation Commission Limited encourages efficient irrigation practices and responsible use of water. By doing so, we will allow the aquifer to be recharged and keep the supply flowing. A message from the National Irrigation Commission Limited. Irrigation, making the difference in agriculture. Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4125. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration to the United States. Here, Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday, right here on Power 106 FM.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation.